now, and you guys already know what we do when we come here. We bring all the movers and shakers in the city or the tri-state area.
Yeah.
So I had to get this person on the show because I heard a lot about their movement and what they were doing. And I've spoken about this a lot on the show, tidbits here and there. Cancer has affected me personally, not me having cancer, but people in my family having cancer, right? My mom is a breast cancer survivor. Actually, it'll be 5 years this year coming up. Yep. And some other people in my family recently, very close to me, it has affected as well. So I was like, I keep hearing cancer who? What is cancer who? And people were like ringing the bell and stuff like that. And I was like, all right. I called one of my friends. I was like, yo, who's the cancer who guy? And he was like, all right, let me get you his contact. I was like, all right, cool. So today we have the founder of Cancer Who here in the building. His name is Al Harris, a.k.a. Mr. Cancer Who. Hey, Al, how you doing?
Hey, what's up, y'all? Thanks
How's
for
it
having
going,
me.
man? Thanks for coming by.
Man, listen, I appreciate being here.
Well, listen, you have been on some really hot publications recently. You were like on ABC, on Fox. I saw you with Miss Robin Roberts not too long ago. I just see you on the Shade Room.
Wow.
Shade Room is big now.
Yeah.
You on the Shade Room.
That's big.
And it didn't say ad behind it either. It was legitimate, right?
Yeah, it was them.
So I was just like, all right, this dude is legit. Now he come to my little old show. You know what I'm gonna say?
No, this is major.
Thank you. I appreciate that. But for those who don't know, can you just give everyone a little brief synopsis of what Cancer Who and your organization does?
Okay, so we're a 501c3 nonprofit that helps take care of people with cancer. So we go to like chemo visits, radiation visits, doctor's visits, and we're like that extended family member to the person, but to the caretaker as well too.
Right.
So that was
definitely get into that later.
Yeah, that's like basically what it is on the surface.
Cool. So let's run it back. You actually started out with another company called the Overtime Team, correct?
So it was Team Overtime.
Team Overtime,
at first, right?
okay.
And it was that because I was still working when me and my wife wanted to start this. Okay. So it was like more so like, we're gonna have to put in some overtime to do this kind of work, right? So it was like, all right, let's do Team Overtime, and then what happened was the name kept getting misconstrued. So people were taking their own definitions out of it. This is
like what were they saying?
Like Team Overtime was like, I mean, they was just saying all kinds of stuff. Like,
really?
Yeah. So I was just like, and it wasn't appointed to like cancer, right?
Right.
So
okay.
I like understood. I'm like, all right, I can see where they're coming from, but it's still frustrating though, right?
Right.
So this me being frustrated, one night my wife was just like, something got to we got to give because it has to be something that's self-explanatory and something that's powerful, right? So just out of frustration, I just said like, I don't know, like what cancer who or something like that, she just was like, that's it. Well, yeah, that's it, like that, right? And then it started from there.
So it develops a conversation when you hear it, like
right?
Cancer,
Absolutely, because like I said, I was just like, what's this Cancer who thing about? Immediately, someone wants to talk about it. So, what drove you and your wife to come up with this concept to do this work?
Well, we had some family members that was going through cancer, right? So one of my older cousins had stage 4 breast cancer. Okay. One of my younger cousins had brain cancer. Wow. And my wife's stepfather had colon cancer. Wow. So it was like all around the same time.
Wow.
So just me being like observant, I'm just looking at the different kinds of support that they all getting, right? And my older cousin, her chemotherapy appointments would be like lit. It'd be like a whole party, right?
Oh, wow.
Every chemo, right?
Wow.
And I'm just looking at that, and I was looking at like my younger cousins. It would be like some days good, some days she'd be by herself, right? So then my wife's stepfather, he would have situations where it'd just be like my mother-in-law, him, his daughters, and probably like my wife or something like that, right? Okay. So I just seen what the support did versus like from my older cousin, which they told her she only got like 6 months to live, versus to like my wife's stepfather who passed away, right? So when he passed away, it was more so like what was different, right? I mean, they got different cancers, but like what was different in support to where as though like they gave her 6 months. Yeah. She spanked it in 6 months.
Wow.
So it was like colon cancer.
Something,
it's like it's curable, like one of the most curables. So I'm like, what was the difference?
Why did he pass?
Right. So just looking at that, I'm like, yeah, I just think it was the support. Like, I just think that if it was some more extra support out there, then, you know, maybe some things could have been different. So just typing in stuff, like Googling stuff, like, yeah, like, all right, I know it was something to where it would have helped out like the caretakers, and it would have helped out the person that was going through cancer, right? I'm for sure it's something like that out there. So I'm typing in all the big names and nothing coming up. So I was telling my wife, like, listen, I can't find nothing.
Like support groups.
Right, yeah, like a support group with somebody that's like with you.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
While you're going through
While
that
you're
process.
going through
So
that.
because I'm like, my wife is a caretaker, so it affect her differently, right? And my mother-in-law, it definitely affect her differently.
Right.
So I'm looking for more so somebody for them, right? And I couldn't find nobody. So I'm like, why is it not nothing for caretakers, but somebody? But it's like not nobody neither for the person that's going through cancer neither, or like an advocate or something like that. So I couldn't find it. So I said, you know something? I'm just going to create my own, right? Yeah, and then if we find something, find something later. We find something later.
So one would say there's so many different things, always like walks and donations and companies that do things that support cancer, people that deal with cancer. Why do you think a Cancer Who is different from just those particular type of organizations like your Susan Komen or I don't like the American Cancer Society? Like, how do you guys stand out from the rest of them? Why would one want to come to Cancer Who versus those bigger kind of entities?
I just feel like, not to be like too cliche, we just like a little bit different, right? So everything with us is like a little bit more relaxed. You really don't have to do a lot of paperwork. It's not no interview processes or nothing like that. Like literally, we pride ourselves on like family, right? So like even like when you walk into the center, which I know we'll talk about later, when you walk into the center, I want you to get like a family atmosphere. I don't want you to feel like you're walking in a hospital, walking into like a clinic or something like that.
Just cold and like,
like I don't want you to see like them. Like
it's
them,
definitely a mood when you walk in.
yeah.
It
So like
is.
you feel like you're in a hospital, or
Absolutely.
you feel like you like in a clinic or something like
Right.
that. Or even like somebody calling you and asking you 55 questions and stuff like that.
Right.
So just looking at those big organizations and the lane that we was like the lane that I wanted to be in, I was just like, yeah, how can we separate ourselves from them? So what can we do that they don't do too well, and how can we like basically just run with that? So I'm just looking into their organizations like from top to bottom.
Okay.
And I'm just like, yeah, I'm like, yeah, I just see work. I don't see no love in this. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, I don't
That's the
see,
difference.
I don't see no love. I don't see like, it's not like, you don't see the CEO
Right.
of Susan G. Komen in the
Right.
hospital.
Right.
And if you do, it's made of like a spectacle or something like
Right.
that.
Like it's
Right.
it's a
press.
thing.
a press conference.
Yeah. So I'm like these are like real live people that's going through this every day. Like, why wouldn't they want to see the CEO of any of these big corporations? Like, where's the love? So I was like, you know something? I'm just gonna show love. That's like that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna just show love.
So did you start by just going, like, your patients that come? Did you start by, I mean, is it a recruitment, or did you go to these different cancer centers and find these patients, or is it just basically word of mouth of you guys getting yourselves out there?
Well, at first, like my first person I ever sat with, I just literally walked in the oncology unit, right? And I saw somebody by themselves, and I just sat down and just started talking to her. Just started talking to her. And I think our chemo appointment was like 4 hours or something like that. But we was in there sitting and talking. You know, when you have a good conversation, time
don't
fly,
feel like it,
time
yeah.
fly, right?
Yeah.
So it felt like we was in there for like an hour. And then I just was like, well, you mind if I come back next week? She was like, nah, come on. So then she beat cancer, and then after she beat cancer, it was more so like it started to be like word of mouth. So of course she told a lot of people in her family, you know, and then the word just started to spread like, well, this guy came and sat with me and threw out cancer, and this, that, and the third, and he came to my birthday party and he did this, that, and the third. And to me, like I said, I'm just showing love. Like, I'm not really
Looking for any.
I'm not looking for nothing, and I'm just like, we just sit down, have fun, talking and stuff like that. So it started to spread like throughout like the tri-state or whatever, and then it picked up on social media a little bit. Then we started to like receive like DMs and stuff like that, to where they're like, yeah, my aunt, cousin, uncle, they got cancer, and I was just more so like, all right, I was saying yes. I'll say yes to everybody, right? Like,
Sure.
Even to this day, I just still say yes and figure it out. But yeah, just started saying yes to people, and then it just started to spread.
Now,
Wild.
Are you allowed to bring the party to these cancer facilities? Like when people are getting their chemo administered, are they like, oh Lord, here come cancer who again? Like, is it like, is
paperwork you gotta fill out?
are you? Yeah, like,
are
is
they
it?
kind of just like, go ahead, do your thing?
No. So what's crazy is, right, like anybody can walk in a hospital. I never understood it. So like anybody can walk in a hospital.
Public place.
Yeah, like it's a public place. So I think now versus to like 4 or 5 years ago, when I was walking in like 4 or 5 years ago, they just was like, all right, who that? And people used to be like, oh no, he a friend of the family or something like that. Now it's more so like, all right, we know who you are, right? Yeah. So it's more so like I think like the hospitals though, they appreciate it because we're like a good right hand to like the social workers,
Right?
Like they caseloads be heavy.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, like, you got a lot of patients that you gotta look over. So having that extra, like, all right, they got this, I'm gonna go handle this.
Right? Yeah. So it's like, and we're a free service,
Right?
So it's like the social workers, like we're basically helping the social workers. We're helping the hospitals, but we're also helping the family as well. So the hospitals they like if they see us come through to their hospital, they like, all right, well, we know we got somebody from cancer who in here, so let's try to like either keep them in here, let's try to give them support families or something like that, or let's try to let's just try to like welcome them. That's the last thing I think they would want to do is like kick us out.
Right. That's awesome.
So what we're going to do, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, have some more questions for you. We want to talk about your facility, the Cancer Who Center, and what you guys have in there and different kind of activities you have going on. Like one in particular that I loved, I saw you guys do a yoga class for cancer patients and their families. So we're going to talk a little bit about that and just also how you deal with something as daunting as cancer. I know you see a lot of death as well, but you see a lot of success and a lot of people beat it, but you see the other side of it too, and how you and your wife kind of like balance that out. So we'll get into that a little bit more. So when we come back, we have more with Al Harris of Cancer Who. It's your girl Lauren Ree right here on Water Ice Radio. My boy Jay and gentlemen's in the building. We will be right back.
We are back. It's Lauren Ree live on Water Ice Radio. Jay the gentleman, Lauren Ree. We got our special guest from Cancer Who, Mr. Al Harris. How you doing so far?
I'm good, man. I'm good.
Cool. Now we left off talking about going into the center, but first Lauren was saying how you must see a lot of it's kind of bittersweet because you go in there to help these people that have these diseases, cancer, and some of them die. I mean, that's just the reality. And then some of them obviously they worked it out and they beat it. How do you find the balance on how do you kind of like poise yourself to understand that not everybody's gonna come out with the same situation?
I don't know if you ever really find a balance because it's like it's death. Like
it's definite.
Yeah. So, and it's like one of the worst ways to go because it's like if it's coming towards that, it's more so like a suffering ending.
It's a struggle.
Yeah. So, like me personally, I remember the first person we were supporting that passed away. It was like crazy tough for me just because it's like I said, we're like an extended cousin, right? So everybody got like the extended cousin in their family. So whereas though like they're always around. So the first lady that we were supporting that passed away, her name was Miss D, right? And we were like really, really close. So she was an older woman and she had like a big family, right? But she would tell me some of the stuff that she wouldn't tell her family, right? So it was like we were creating like a crazy, crazy bond. And it would be more like when we're in these like chemos and stuff like that, we're just talking regular.
Yeah.
Like, we literally don't talk about cancer like at all, right? So it's more so like she's an older woman, so she just dropping game on me.
Sure.
Right? And dropping gems on me and this, that, and the third. And you start to become attached. So coming towards like her passing, it was like, all right, well, listen, these are the things that I want done. Right? And it's like, it's different when you hear somebody start talking like that.
You're like, whoa, wait a minute.
Yeah,
like I didn't know this is where we were getting to this.
Yeah, like, what do you mean these are the things you want done, right? And it's like, I think we was like 4 years in.
Wow.
Yeah, so I'm like, now this is the part where
I didn't sign up for this.
Like, I ain't signed up for this part, right? So, with having that happen, it was more so like, that probably was like the craziest struggle ever, because this where like I think like the business side coming at, right? It's a nonprofit, but I think this is like where the business aspect coming at, because when Miss D passed away, her funeral was beautiful. The same day of her funeral, one of the kids that we support had chemo.
Wow.
So it's like,
where do we go?
Yeah, so it's like we running from a funeral right back to the hospital. So it was like,
that's a business side.
Yeah, I was kind of like, it threw me off. So I had to like literally, I sat down for like a week. I'm like,
I was just about to ask you that. You said there really isn't a balance, right? So how do you kind of check and balance yourself, you and your wife? Like, all right, this is a lot. We need a break. Like, do you guys take a break just to kind of like reset after you go through so many patients, or is it just a constant on the go kind of thing? Because I was going to say, people don't know how cancer affects the family members and also people, the caretakers as well. So you taking on that responsibility for even someone that you don't even know, you have to kind of want to reset at some point, correct?
Right. Yeah. So the best part about my support system, right? I think everybody has like something good going for them, right? So sometimes it might be finances, sometimes it might be your resources or something like that. Like, the best thing I have working for me is my support system, right? So my support system is like very, very strong. So what I can do that a lot of people might not be able to do is I can lean on my support system in certain ways, to where as though, like, if I need to come home, well, if I need to come and release and talk, I don't necessarily have to talk to my wife, right? Because I know sometimes she might not be, like, she can't handle talking about the kids, right? So I might not be able to release to her, but I can release to like my mom or something like that, right? Business side of things, I can release to my wife. Like a lot of things, I can release to like my mother-in-law or something like that. But I have different avenues to where, though, I can, like, if I'm going through certain things or feeling certain emotions, I got that support team. And, you know, they more so listen than anything. So it's like having like 5-6 therapists. So I don't want to say that it's kind of it's relaxing to me to have somebody to talk to, but it's good though, because I mean, I might be in the hospital from 6 a.m. to like 6 p.m. or something.
Wow, it's a long time.
And then I might come home, got 3 kids.
I was about to say, you got a whole family.
Yeah, like
mentally exhausted, emotionally exhausted.
Still trying to be a good husband.
Right.
So it might be like I might come home and it might be like, all right, I want to relax. I want to, like, you know, but my wife is like, she's very understanding. So she's like, all right, and she picks up on vibes quick. So it's like, all right, today
it's not the day.
Yeah, today's not the day, right? So let me take the 3 and go upstairs or something, or it might be time to watch something like that, right? But all right. And then, like I said, she picked up on vibes so good, so she might know my energy and might be like, all right, well, did you talk to such and such today? Right, yeah, because I know such and such help you out with this, and such to help you out with that.
That's what's up.
That's what's up. I know this is going to sound really bad, but I have to ask it, because you just said like your wife can't really like handle talking about the kids, right? Is it harder with the kids that are going through like their chemo struggle than it is to be with like the adults? Is it like a different kind of like energy? Because I feel like I would be a basket case. Like I would be if I was like a volunteer, I would be like, I can't with the kids. Like, I would probably cry the whole time. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, no, the kids are, and I tell everybody this, the kids are way easier than the adults. Like, when I tell you way easier, because they don't understand.
Yeah, they don't.
They don't really like get it. Like,
they think like everybody goes through it, sort of thing.
Or yeah, like something like that, or they might think it's like a cold.
Right.
Like, so they don't understand. Like, this is cancer.
Right.
Right. Like the
seriousness.
Yeah, the seriousness.
They just
of
think
it.
I'm sick.
Exactly.
Okay.
Now, adults is more so like they go through mental issues.
Yeah.
Right, because they go through like idle time.
Yeah.
Kids is really no idle time. It's either like you wake up, you're having fun. I'm going to the hospital. Then once I leave the hospital, I'm either gonna be tired or I'm gonna be back playing again.
Right.
Right. So being an ambassador for the kids, it's more so like we're there for where it's like 50-50 kid, 50-50 parent. Right? Because the parents more so, it's like they're watching their kid.
They're going through it.
Get chemo put into them.
Right.
So that's like the mental health part of it, and it's like I think most of the parents will be like, I wish it was me that was going through this more so than my kid, right? So it's like I might be at CHOP or at St. Chris or something, and if we there for 2 hours, like an hour and a half I'm with the parent, and like half an hour we probably like with the kid doing something like that. But they more so look at me as like the kids are like, that's the fun guy, and the parents looking like, all right,
you're my rock.
Yeah, I need to. That's something I need to tell you.
Yeah.
So I know the kids are way easier. Trust me.
What other services does Cancer Who actually provide other than you guys just supporting them through the cancer process? So talk to everybody a little bit about what they can kind of get when they come to the Cancer Who Center.
So I would like to say, so it's like our emotional support, right? That's like the number one thing we given. The therapeutic support, but I like to say the best thing that we do is give out resources, right? Okay. So, when anyone gets cancer, it's not like you know what to do, or you know, what you're literally about to go through for the next 9-10 months, right? So, with the kids, or I'll give you the kids for an example. So one of the parents had to like stop working to support her son, right? And when you stop working, you still gotta pay bills, right? So a lot of the people don't know that, and I'm like, they might know, but more so it's about like the comfortability level. So when you walk in the hospital, you automatically get a social worker, right? So the social worker is supposed to give you like resources, and just make sure like you cool outside of the doctor and the nurse. They're supposed to just make sure you're okay, right? And what happens is a lot of the times is the people when everything's first going on, it's like, I don't really trust nobody. I don't want to talk to nobody. So the social worker is more so like trying to smooth their way in. Like, all right, let me help you. I can do this. I can do that. But that's hard. That's all hard to take in. You taking in your kid just got cancer. Like, I probably gotta quit my job and stuff like that.
I can't afford it.
Yeah, I can't afford it. So I think more so that's where we like come into play. So we're that ambassador squad that comes in to where as though we're coming in on a different level. So we're not going to talk to you like you're a client.
Okay.
Like I said to you, it's all about family. So we're going to come in, we putting our arms on you. Listen, we with you through the whole way, right?
So you'll have resources like more so that the social workers or something, if like they can't provide the family with something, you may have resources in other areas that could help the families out.
Sometimes.
Okay.
So sometimes, or we might get our resources from the social worker, but we might could just relay it to you in a different way.
Okay.
Right?
Gotcha.
Like they might tell you in their terms.
Okay.
Like how doctors talk to you in like a doctor's term. We might, and we could break it down to you in the lamest terms. Like
gotcha.
It's an organization called like the Breathing Room.
Okay.
They gave out free beds.
Wow.
Right? And the social workers, like a lot of the social workers didn't have access to the breathing room.
Okay.
So the breathing room reached out to us because they know we support people with cancer, and say, all right, well, listen, we got some beds left. Maybe some of the people that you guys support can take the beds. They're brand new beds, right? Okay. So that's stuff that's like resources like that, and also like even with finances too.
Okay.
Sometimes we might get it before the social worker, or like I said, we might just be able to break it down a different aspect of the social worker and break it down.
Cool. So the center, the Cancer Who Center, what kind of activities do you guys have?
And where is it actually?
Yeah. That's a great question.
It's in Port Richmond.
What's the address? Let me know.
3400 Richmond Street. Okay. Because, you know, it's funny. I say Port Richmond all the time, right? Somebody was like, Kensington? I'm like, no, Port Richmond.
There's a difference.
Right, yeah, it's a difference. But, 3400 Richmond Street. It just be going down in the center. Like, the center is like a home city.
I know you guys have a lot of stuff going on. The yoga class is fun. It looks really, really fun.
We do, wow. So it's like a lot of stuff. It's like, yoga. We do something fun once a month called Family Night. Where
is it like game night or something?
Yeah, it's like a game night. So one of the family nights we did Family Feud, right?
Oh wow.
My wife like plays Steve Harvey. So we had one of the families that we support on this side. We had another family on this side. We had like a crowd and everything. Yeah. And we just let them go at it with the questions and stuff like that. So it was fun, but that's how most of the like programs and activities that go on in there, they're like family fun activities. Like we want you to come in there to not think about cancer, to take your mind off of it. Yeah. And we don't want you to have any of the stresses of like bringing a babysitter, because you can bring your kids. Right. How many people you invite, because you can invite how many people you want, and everything is free. So it's like all stress free in there. Right. We just want to
enjoy, have a good time.
Yeah, we just want you to have a good time, you and your family.
Cool. So you also do ringing the bell, like
ceremonies.
Yeah. So if you guys don't know, ringing the bell is normally like when it's your last treatment, correct? Right. You get to ring the bell. So I feel like it could be emotional, because that person could have been going through those treatments for months and months, and it's almost like a release type of thing at that point.
No, it definitely is, and that was like the first thing that I put in the center was that bell. Yeah. Because we would go to like these last chemos and stuff like that, and not throwing nobody under the bus.
They just be like, all right, you're done.
Yeah, no. So the kids don't get to ring a bell.
Oh, what?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, that's
Why?
crazy.
Yeah, like CHOP don't have a bell. St. Chris don't have a bell, right?
CHOP doesn't have a bell?
Yeah, so
exactly,
right? So
if anybody wants to ring a bell, it's kids.
It's kids.
Right, and so I was like hot about that.
Yeah.
But some of the hospitals, they have bells, like the bells be like the size of this mic.
Ding, ding, ding.
Yeah, so I was like,
nah, you need that Liberty Bell. Where's that crack?
Yo, I would be going in there and I would be like, yo, when we get a center, yo, I swear I'm gonna put like the biggest bell up in there, like, and I want them to ring it off the wall like every time,
Notre
right?
Dame bells.
Yeah, because I feel like you fought so much, like, and to some people that don't got nothing to fight for, they fight for that bell. They fight to ring the bell, right?
And it's a lot of money and just so
it's so much going on, and then you get to that bell and it's like ding 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 ding.
Yeah,
like, nah, you want something to ring loud, right? Yeah. So I was like, like I told my wife, I said, listen, we gonna get a bell. We gonna get like the craziest bell, right? Now she had to pump my brakes. At first, I was trying to get like 100-pound bell. They'd be like on the ships and stuff. She's like, nah, like you doing too much. So I was like, all right. She
scale it back.
Right, yeah. Like
it's still a cool bell though.
No, it's a 50-pound bell. Okay. So it's still like
it's a compromise.
Yeah, it's still like the biggest bell in the city. Like, but it's just not like
how it's Liberty Bell than y'all.
Exactly. So I was just more so like that's the meaning behind this whole entire center right here. That bell. That bell. I want when everybody to walk in the center, I want them to see that bell, like, you know, and the names that's around it. So it's like a chalkboard around it. Yeah. Whoever rung the bell get to sign the chalkboard.
That's the goal.
Right, yeah. So, and it is like emotional. Like, so that's like when we do them kind of like events where people come to ring the bell, their whole family is there. That's like really important to me, because I didn't been in bell ringing ceremonies where it's me and the person, because they family couldn't take off of work, right, or because something was going on with the family, and I'm like, this ain't right. So, you know, it's like every person that we support, they get to come in and they get a free party. Right, and they family come, it's like a whole turn up because it's like music in there, the food, the bell, like the lights and all that. Yeah, so it's like you're gonna come in and turn up with your whole family.
That's
there.
dope. That's really, really
that's beautiful.
Because it definitely is like, I know when my mom rung the bell, it was just like us at the center. It wasn't like anything like crazy, right? And I've had the pleasure of coming to the Cancer Who Center for something totally different. It had nothing to do. I was doing a taping for a show at the center, but the center was the backdrop basically. And I walked in, I was like, "Oh, this is colorful and it's bright and it's like polka dots and it's like
it's all about the energy, right?
It's the energy is a good inviting feeling, and I could see why walking in people would feel relaxed and released and vibrant. And so I was like, this is really dope. As soon as I walked in, I thought about my mom. I was like, this would have been dope to have someone have like a party here. Like you literally just get up after the last treatment and they're like, oh, do you want to ring the bell? You ring the bell and it's like, all right, have a good day.
Yeah.
Like, you know,
the mental aspect of that though, like
it's like, all right, cool.
That's like, it's like, all right, like you said, you get up there, like you done your treatment, you go ring the bell, then everybody go about their day. It's like
literally that's what
it's
it
like,
is.
all right, well, cool. Like
That's
you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
At the center, I always wanted it to be like, we gonna treat this like a birthday party. So we gonna come in, I want y'all to dance, laugh, have a good time, and then it's gonna be centered around this person ringing the bell.
Nice.
And then we still want to continue to have a good time and celebrate this person after everything is done. So the mental aspect of that was like crazy to me. I'll be in hospitals and everybody would clap. It'd be like, yay. Then it'd be like,
all right, next
what's
patient.
next? Yeah, like what's next? And I'll be like, what?
This
like,
is crazy.
like, so y'all don't see this, like,
Yeah, right.
This person just defeated the odds. So
right? Yeah.
I get it. So we're going to take another quick break out. Transitioning, we're going to get to know a little bit about you. We have a game around here that we like to play.
It's called the Wheel of Death.
It's not called the Wheel of Death.
We haven't come up with another name.
he said, wait a second. No, it's not the Wheel of Death.
Oh.
It's fine. You'll be all right. But we like to get to know a little bit about our guests. When we come back, we're going to bust out the wheel and then talk a little bit more about what you have coming up next with Cancer Who.
How people could get in touch with
and how they can get involved. Yep. All right, everybody. It's your girl, Lauren Reed, right here. Water Ice Radio. We got Al Harris in the building. Cancer Who, everybody. Jada Gentleman's here. The whole Water Ice crew is here. We'll be right back. All right, everybody. We are back. It's your girl, Lauren Reed, right here. Water Ice Radio. We got Al Harris in the building. He is the CEO and founder of Cancer Who.
Mr. Cancer Who.
Mr. Cancer Who, along with his beautiful wife as well. But we're going to play, as Jay calls it, the Wheel of Death, everybody. We got some fun questions on here, and we just got to get to know our guests a little bit better, see what they like. I do judge people based off of their answers. Please know that.
So no pressure.
So the guest gets to go first. One spin for you.
Nice and easy spin. Whatever it lands on, you gotta answer. You gotta answer it.
Oh, that was such a weak spin, but I'm gonna let you slide.
Yeah,
I'm gonna let you slide. You are okay with it?
Yeah. Bing.
All right, here we go. This should be an easy one for you. Do you like to go to brunch or do you like the club? Or those days are over? You got a 3-piece, so.
Oh yeah, no, days are over. Definitely over. Brunch,
but if you
for
and
sure.
your wife could go back, because you guys are high school sweethearts, right? Or college?
Something like that.
That's what the article said. Now.
I know.
Don't start no shit.
No.
You're like, I guess.
I got like 50 text messages. They was like, y'all was high school sweethearts? Like, it's a long story. But,
so if y'all could go back, what y'all doing? Y'all brunching or y'all clubbing?
oh, we brunching.
Y'all brunching?
Mm-hmm.
Do you get the brunch now?
No.
What does that even mean?
All right, that's a good one. Any favorite places to brunch?
Yeah, my son got his own restaurant, so we go to my son's restaurant.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
How old is your son?
7. Yeah, he got his own restaurant. It's on 50th in Baltimore. It's called Amari's.
Amari's. Okay.
Okay.
All right, cool. So you like to go to Amari's. All right, That was a shameless plug. I like it. I appreciate it. All right, I'm going to go. I pretty much answered everything on this wheel.
Yeah.
I can't ask myself anything.
You can ask Lauren anything.
You get to ask me anything.
Oh, I can?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
The chairs are switched.
Go ahead.
Let me see. I'm gonna ask a good hitting question. Too.
Okay, go ahead. Wow. Can I plead the fifth?
Nope.
Go ahead. No.
No. Oh no. Where do you see yourself in the next year?
The year. So Jay just
Oh.
recently asked me this question, but
Yeah.
he said 5 years.
Yeah.
In the next year, I hope married, but
In a year?
it was a shot. It was a shot.
Dang.
Shoot your shot. You never. I could roll up on a millionaire and he could be like, "Let's do this."
I mean, yeah.
You gotta have crazy faith about some
I
things.
guess.
Okay, but no, really, honestly, damn, y'all all were like, "Fuck that, that's not gonna happen." Like, damn, I thought y'all was the squad. Like, it's
It's baby steps.
like, damn, like people do get married in 9 months. You know,
Do
a
they?
couple that they got married in 9 months
Yeah, I guess.
after a meeting. Shit. Can you ask a different question? This is so harsh. You horrible people.
I'm thinking like career-wise. I wasn't thinking like relationship-wise.
Damn.
What?
You married? What the? Never, cat lady. Like, what the fuck? Y'all are terrible.
Next year I just want to get a new couch. Like, you want to get married? Dang.
There's levels to goals, okay?
I guess so, man.
God, we are in our 30s, we're like
Oh my
35. I'll be 36 next year, and so we're like 50.
Question ever.
With
the best answer.
Like whatever. Now I know who not to put on the wedding guest list. My whole squad, whatever. It's
Like,
fucking
damn.
horrible. I don't even know what to answer anymore.
That was good enough. You can spin.
I'm so deflated at this point. Like, I hopefully just alive. Like, I guess that's the answer to this question.
That's a good one.
Whatever.
Nah,
Jesus
married.
Christ.
All right, cool. You want to get married in a year? Cool. That's what's up.
It's cool because next year when we're around this time and I'm married, I'm gonna be like, remember y'all motherfuckers said I wouldn't be married? Remember that.
Remember that?
Remember that? Year from now.
All right.
Exactly. No, but really, hopefully, Lauren Relive will also be a syndicated show across the country. Popping, doing really, really good things along
I
with.
can get behind that. I can get behind it. I
Oh, yes.
can get behind that.
It's gonna happen.
That's-
But I'm not
definitely
supposed to
gonna
love. I can't have love though.
Nah.
No love.
I'm good with that one.
See how they treat me around here? No love. But I can
Nah.
my show can go to
I can
another
get
level.
behind that one.
You can get behind that one? Jesus Christ. All right, Jay, I'm spinning for you.
All right, go ahead.
Shit.
Yo, my man over there cracking up.
It's like, what?
Wait, I'm just know we all have
Like
the
that's
same. Bro.
that's not for me? Like, jeez.
Oh snap.
90s R&B or 2000 hip hop. I don't think you've answered this
I don't
question.
think I have. Ooh.
Answer
2000.
carefully.
That's a good one. Ooh.
That's like The Rock, Stay Prop.
It's a great year
Nas.
for both.
Nas.
I mean, this it's like 2000s, right? Like early, like.
Yeah, early 2000s.
All right. See, my thing is like 90s R&B is like was as good as it got when it came to R&B
Okay.
as a collective.
Really?
I think so.
Like it won't ever.
It hasn't so
I
far.
don't think it'll ever get better than
It hasn't
90s
so far.
R&B.
Like,
Ever.
If you look at R&B now to what it was in the 90s.
Uh-huh.
I mean, they don't do the dow.
None of it.
You know that? Oh, man, although I do love hip hop as a whole.
Mm-hmm.
Even then, I still feel like that was the best time for hip hop.
Okay.
In my opinion.
All right.
I still think 90s hip hop was a little bit better than
90s R&B.
2000s.
Oh, okay.
So I will say 90s R&B.
It's a great answer because I agree with you. Right now, like I have like a Spotify playlist that just like they have like R&B playlists that they create for you basically, and it's still nothing tops 90s R. Everyone is a banger.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't know why they can't get it back.
And that's like what 90s hip hop you had. I mean, the proof's in the pudding. You had like people. You know, obviously you had your Jay-Z's, Biggie's, and Pacs.
Right.
But then you also had the emergence of Outkast. And you had like the Jermaine Dupri, and Dr. Dre was still there, and Snoop Dogg.
Really good. No. Really good interview you may want to watch is with Dallas Austin. It's on.
You told me about that.
No, this is different. I just saw this yesterday. It was on. Actually, we just posted it. We posted it on Water Ice. how he talked about how after Boyz II Men's first album, A Coolie High Harmony, went like haywire. Yeah. Like he said they were like assholes, and like he didn't like because he produced that whole album. He was like they were totally different to like work with in the studio. Like they let the success like really go to their head. He only produced one song on the second album on 2, which is still a great album as well. But I've never heard anyone talk like negatively about them in X-Men. I was just like, really? He was like, it was crazy.
I'll check it out.
Check it out. But he also talked about how all the royalties and stuff were in escrow all during this time when everyone was making all of this money. So like he wasn't seeing any of the payback from any of all these wonderful songs that he created with all of these big artists in the 90s. Like his mom still worked like at like a fast food joint.
Did he ever end up getting that money back?
Yes, eventually. Years he ended up getting the money. But the way that he started to make money was doing remixes of songs because it wasn't in the contract that they could still do that. And that's what was generating money. Really good interview. Never knew that. Yeah. I was like, okay.
He's talented.
He is very talented. And still making money.
Yeah, of course.
All right. Last time. One more spin.
Oh, I get the okay.
Yeah.
My
let's see. You just had that one. All right. Yeah. So when you go out, no, you know what? I'm doing this one because you're from Philly. Which quarterback would you prefer for the Eagles? Would you?
Can I get another?
No.
Question?
I see. You asked Lauren.
Wentz or Foles? Which would you rather?
Foles now with the Jaguars.
You about to get me in so much trouble.
I don't care.
I would love to hear your answer.
Do you see how y'all just abused me on my question?
Neither.
Really?
Yeah.
Are you not an Eagles fan?
I'm not an Eagles fan.
Okay, that's why. Okay. Who is your team?
I have to say it?
Yes.
Yeah. I already know what it is.
Yes, you do.
I'm a Cowboys fan.
Ugh, interview over. Jay is from Dallas. Jay is from Texas.
You're all right with me. I'm okay with that. I'm okay.
Can I tell you why though? A lot of Dallas fans don't ever have. Okay.
I do. I want to know. Okay. You can tell me.
Go ahead.
So around that time when I was that age, that's who was winning.
Yeah.
So of course.
Oh, so you jump on the bandwagon.
I jumped on that bandwagon, right? But I stayed on the bandwagon.
Okay, so
I kept
you
the same
stayed.
energy.
I got you. I appreciate that.
So
I
when we was
appreciate
losing,
that.
I still was
like,
right. Yeah. I kept that same energy.
All right, so keep that same energy this season. All right.
That's funny.
All right, what do I get? Nope, Jay just answered that. I've answered that 100 times. Kobe or LeBron?
Okay. It was Mamba Day yesterday.
It was? His birthday?
August 24th, 8. His number's 8.
Oh, okay.
Answer carefully.
That's hard. For me, at least, it's hard. But I'm gonna have to
I've answered this question before.
You have? Mm-hmm. I'm gonna go with LeBron.
Okay.
Because I like LeBron off the court.
Okay.
I'm a woman. I'm still thinking about the scandal.
Damn.
Absolutely.
Whoa. That was like 15 years
but
removed.
that's I'm just y'all see y'all should get over it by now. No, I'm not over it. Boy was drawing.
But that was that's like an open-ended answer and question. I mean, is it like Kobe or LeBron on the court, Kobe or LeBron off the court?
But that's what I'm saying. Like I would pick LeBron off the court because I like everything that he does outside of him being an NBA player. Yeah. Like I like his family dynamic. I like the movement with the school. I like him like getting into film and all that stuff like that.
Putting his boys on.
That's one of the best things. Like he made all of his friends go to college, get their degrees, so they could be a part of the movement. So now they're running the empire.
Pretty
like
much.
I love that dynamic. That dynamic of LeBron. If I was to say player wise, I know y'all are looking for me to say Kobe. I don't know.
I'll take Kobe.
You'll say Kobe?
I'll take Kobe in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
Really?
Killer instinct.
Exactly.
I was going to say what? Silent assassin kind of thing?
Yeah.
I'd rather ride with somebody that's going to go down swinging than somebody that's not.
And yeah, and that's kind of like for me, that's like the knock that I have with LeBron. I just wish that he had more of that just
grittiness,
just like that fire in the fourth quarter, like to just like Kobe will just keep going at you. He'll keep hitting you. You done? All right, cool. And keep hitting you
yeah, like
I mean, and he's just very competitive.
I feel like LeBron, like grew into that. But
Okay.
I think Kobe had it since like since like day one. Like
Now, if I'm playing with one of these players, I'd rather play with
with
LeBron
LeBron,
because I'm gonna get the ball a couple times a game.
And he's a team player.
I'm gonna get the rock. I'm gonna get
Right.
But we trying to win something.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right, Jay. This is
Last
your
one.
spin. And
Might have to fix the wheel.
I know.
It's like
The dead wheel. Oh, Friday or Friday after
Oh, I
next.
already said this on Friday.
Friday.
Original.
Your original is
OG.
the favorite one.
The original. The Friday after next. That was the third one.
That's
Friday's
the third
the-
one.
Nah.
Next Friday is the.
Next Friday was close. It was close.
All right, it's a new question on this wheel though. I want you to answer: living single or girlfriend?
Living single.
Really?
Living single.
Why?
Maxine Shaw.
Okay.
She was an amazing character.
She was a great character.
She was amazing. And there's like Flavor Magazine. Like they had like hip hop. Like they had.
That's a-
But
that's
you
a-
don't feel like girlfriends changed the game though?
You know what? I know why I don't give it to girlfriends because they didn't get a proper finale.
Oh, the ending sucked.
Well, because it was around the strike. The writer's
Yeah,
strike.
it
So,
was.
like, a lot of shows just kind of just
ended.
yeah, and they didn't get no.
They
And they still haven't gotten no. Like,
They owe us a us a
Yeah.
better ending on Girlfriends.
But I just feel like Living
we were
Single,
riding
but see,
all
Living
those
Single
years.
was ahead of its time. Like it was if it wasn't for Living Single, Girlfriends wouldn't exist.
That's true.
Probably so.
And
Probably
like
so.
Living Single was like around the time as Friends. That came out before Friends. Like so, it set the table for a lot of shows.
But here's my question: like, were you guys comfortable watching? I felt like only girls were talking about Girlfriends. Like, were men like comfortable watching
No,
Girlfriends?
I was so comfortable with
Yeah.
like
A
and
good show is a good show.
yeah, but like Living Single, I like Living Single because of the humor.
Yeah.
And because like the friendships and
The
stuff like
diversity
that.
of the
Yeah,
the
like,
characters were
but
right.
Yo, and-
Girlfriends were more about like relationships.
It was,
stuff like
it was.
that. Like, and I mean, I'm a male, so I felt like it was more attractiveness
To watch Girlfriends.
watching Girlfriends than watching
enough.
like it was
Yeah.
like I don't want to say too much to get me in trouble, but like most of the males were attracted to like Regine, right?
Okay, that's pretty.
But
Like,
then
the-
on Girlfriends, you got like
you had the
You had to
whole.
pick. I get it. I get
right,
that.
yeah, it's like 3 or 4 of
But I
them.
will say, Living Single had the better appearances. Like the people coming onto the show. Like,
Oh yeah, for sure.
I remember Grant Hill was on the episode.
Yeah.
He dated Khadijah. It was a
Heavy D was
Heavy
on
D.
Yeah.
He did. It was tons of great
I like
people
how they
living
just-
single.
I don't know. I used to watch it with my aunt a lot because she was watching the reruns.
Okay.
So I watched it when I was older. And I was like,
So you
oh,
were
this
able to
show-
appreciate
I was
it?
like, this show holds up so well. Like, it's
Yeah.
amazing.
My
Like,
wife,
it's
she
amazing.
gonna kill me.
Overton and Sinclair were my
Yeah.
they were the best to me.
Yeah,
That
my
was
wife.
good.
That's her favorite show, Living Single.
It was
Yeah.
great. It was a
Yeah.
great show. Great show.
And a great theme song.
All right, everybody. That is it for the Wheel of Death.
You survived.
The wheel is dying, but we're going to figure it out. All right, when we come
that
back,
first question was amazing. The first answer was
you still on that, huh?
Yes. You ain't over Kobe Bryant. I can get over this one.
It's all right. I'm going to show y'all. I'm speaking.
What is the last thing I do?
I'm speaking things into existence.
As you should.
Linnea, why are you still laughing?
I know she's supposed to be like your
Like she's like on my right hand and
Yeah,
she's
yeah.
dying back there. We have to have a conversation after this. Anyway, we will be right back on the Lauren Reed Live Show. Y'all are assholes. We'll be back.
We'll be back.
And we are back, everyone. It's your girl Lauren Reed, and I have now fired everyone. It's just me by myself.
Impossible. But
Now,
see, this is what Al brings to the table. He brings laughter, joy, happiness to people's lives.
he didn't even know this was going to happen,
Without
right?
even trying.
We told him in the beginning, don't be nervous.
Yes.
We knew something like this would
It was
happen.
gonna happen, but we are with Al Harris from Cancer Who.
Yes, we are. And this is the saddest time of the show. This is the Lauren Reed Live wrap up. We want to again thank you, Al, for coming out to the show. I just applaud what you
Absolutely.
and your family are doing. We need more people out here like you. I mean, because it doesn't feel like it's not for press. It's not for any
It's genuine.
notoriety. It's just genuine. Like, it's genuine love for the people who are really struggling through something. And we didn't get to talk about it, but not just for the patient, but for the families, the caretakers. It's a lot of stress, the weighs on them as well.
Yeah.
I was a basket case when my mom was going through breast cancer.
Mm-hmm.
Like, everyone in the family is different. So, my sister's really strong. My brother is kind of like, how do we get through this holistically?
Right.
Then it's like my baby
Logic,
brother is just there, and I'm the one who's crying all the time. You know what I'm trying to say? And for to have, if there was a group like maybe Cancer Who around during that time,
Will alleviate a lot
of that stress for someone that on the days where we had to go to work and my mom would have to possibly go to treatment by herself, that someone else would be able to be there with her. You know, we would be calling her on the phone like, you okay? But other people's lives still go on while this stuff is kind of going on. So I just commend you for, you know, being there for people and their families. But how do people actually become involved in Cancer Who? Like if they want to be a volunteer,
how to get in touch,
and how do patients get in touch with you guys?
Well, we do have a website. It's cancerwhocares.org.
Okay.
You can go on there, fill out the application to become an ambassador. You also can fill out the it's like, I don't even want to call the application like a survey.
Okay.
To become supported. And we just basically just like want to know your name, contact information.
How do we get to you?
Yeah, you're allergic to flowers.
Okay.
Yeah, because we bring in flowers.
Right.
Okay.
So just stuff like that. But yeah, I mean, you can go on social media. It's like Cancer Who, all across all the platforms and stuff like that.
Do y'all take like donations?
I was just about to ask that. If you want to donate to the organization.
Like for sure.
Okay. Okay.
So that's like the number one thing that is needed is funding and donations, and you can also go to the website for that too. That PayPal button is right at the top.
Okay.
So yeah, I don't want nobody to be scared of that. Say it right under the logo.
Yeah.
PayPal, and that's like, so the funding, that's what really keeps all the programs inside the center free.
Okay.
So whatever funding we get from the sales of the T-shirts, from anybody like donors, sponsors,
it's all going back into
it all go back into the center so we can make the program.
So T-shirts are on there too. All of that goes into
that.
Nice.
So we love that. So anything coming up for Cancer Who? Any activities or like what are those
special
yoga
nights,
classes and special nights on that people can come out to?
Well, the schedule is up on the website.
Okay.
So you'll be able to go to the website and see like what's next, what's coming up. So this week it's a program called Survivor Circle.
Okay.
And what that is, like a support group.
Okay.
But it's for caretakers and for people that's fighting and survivors. And I encourage a lot of people to come out to that. Just because, like, especially caretakers, right? Because as a caretaker, like Lauren was saying, everybody take it different. So she might take it one way, and like she was saying, your brother's taking it another way. But who do you outlet that to? You see what I'm saying? And it's more so, who do you outlet that to that understand what you're going through? Like a lot of times when you don't want to talk to somebody, you don't want to talk to them because you feel like they don't understand what you're going through. So it's more easier to talk to somebody that's on the same wavelength as you.
Absolutely.
So that's what Survivor Circle creates for like the caregivers. They come in there, they talk, they go through their emotions, vent, cry, they do everything. I think that's coming up, if I'm not mistaken, this Tuesday. Don't quote me. So I would say go to the website.
To the calendar.
Go check it out.
Yeah.
We also have a online program we got called Let's Talk About It.
Okay.
And that's for more so for the people that we support outside of Philly. So we also support people in Cali, Vegas,
that's awesome,
Texas, Florida, and we hop on this webinar every Wednesday night, 7 p.m. and we just talk. So it's called Let's Talk About It.
Okay. And
all of our program managers, they're either caretakers or they're survivors.
Nice.
So the woman that hosts Let's Talk About It, she's a survivor.
Okay.
She hosts that program and she does a very good job. Her name is Lisa Padilla. She was one of the people that we had to push. You know, she wasn't talkative. She wasn't like one of them people that's be like, all right.
But now she's like,
now she didn't grow
whole
into
webinar.
Exactly. So she didn't grow into that role.
Right.
And that's another thing we like to do too. Like, we want you to blossom and be yourself.
That's
so
cool.
we got that coming up. Like I said, every Wednesday at 7 p.m. And then we have our Healing Through Movement, which you was talking about, like with the yoga.
That's dope.
So every Saturday of the month, we do some kind of like movement. So it might be yoga.
Okay.
It might be like a hip hop dance class.
That's cool.
And the best thing about it is it's 2 classes. So it's always a class for adults and there's a class for kids.
That's
right.
cool.
And it's always catered to like the yoga. was catered to people that got cancer.
Okay.
So it ain't even like beginner's yoga.
Okay.
So
it's you're doing movements and stuff that could possibly help with the healing in there.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah,
that's
so
dope.
it's like catered towards them. All the classes are like more so like that.
Cool.
But, like I said, it's just
y'all have a lot going on.
Yeah, like
that's amazing.
It's everyone has some. It's something for everybody. So that's really
sure.
good.
For
cool.
sure. Yeah. No, definitely.
So again, thank you for coming out. Everyone, make sure you guys check out Cancer Who across all social media outlets. Also, shout out to the whole Water Ice family here. We got a lot of good stuff coming up, so make sure you guys are going to waterice.com. We are your scoop to Philly. Make sure you sign up for our newsletter so you know what's going on in the city. Who else? Oh, the Water Ice Radio family. Shout out to the Uncensored podcast. Make sure you check them out every Wednesday, 6 o'clock on all streaming platforms. So that is YouTube. That is Spotify. That is Google Play, Apple Music, TuneIn. It's all there.
Yep.
Anything else, Jay? I think I don't know.
Yeah, I think that's it. We got some stuff coming up, so just
hold tight.
Stay glued.
It's a lot of stuff coming up. We got good stuff. Just make sure you guys are on waterice.com. Subscribe and make sure you sign up for see what events we got coming up next.
Yep.
All right, everybody. It's your girl Lauren Reed right here, Water Ice Radio. You already know what it is and how we end every show. Not all superheroes wear capes, but sometimes they wear headphones. Peace.
Peace.
I'm gonna be married y'all next year.